I'm flying from Palma de Mallorca to Madrid, a short flight. I'm flying Ryanair for the very first time and I want to take you all along with me. I booked this flight about a month in advance. The base travel light fare for the time of the day I wanted was $53. The regular fare, which lets you pick a seat and bring a 10-kilo cabin bag, was $79. I decided to go for it. I also decided to go for row 1 that added another $15. Then I tossed in a check-in bag for $27. In the end, my total came up to $122 with all the available upgrade options except fast track security. Now let's get into it. I reached Palma de Mallorca airport about 2.5 hours before departure. Since I didn't have any kind of priority security or fast track access, I didn't want to risk cutting it too close. First thing I did was to go to the departures board and check to see if my flight was on time. And yes, it was on time, no delays. After checking the board, I made my way over to drop off my checked bag. And of course, there was a huge line. Okay, let's get the full Ryanair experience. So it's a really long line. Obviously, there's no special treatment for anybody because there's no premium option. I actually bought 2 check-in bags and I'm gonna go and drop these bags. It's 12:31 and I'm getting into the line. Let's see how soon I can get to the counter and drop off my bags. So it's 12:44, about 13 minutes from the time I got into the line, and I am almost here at the beginning of the line. So that was not bad, but I still have to go through security. Check-in process, obviously you have to check in online. If you decide to check in at the airport, you will be charged a $25 fee. So you have to check in online. And then one of my bags was 21 kilos. I believe the limit is 20. And then my other check-in bag was only 11 kilos. I was hoping they would not say anything, and yes, they didn't say anything. They just let me take that 1 extra kilo. And I am on my way to security. Now let's see how fast this goes. And for the record, I did not purchase the fast security, which was another 11 euros. Surprisingly, it's not busy at all. Do laptops have to come out? No. Okay, thank you. That was literally 1 minute to pass security clearance. So far, very impressed. Let me go to my gate. So right as you walk out of security, you see this board where all the gate information is displayed. But Ryanair did send me a message about my gate. The gate is not yet displayed here on the board, but still, Ryanair was nice enough to send me my gate info. So it's going to be C71. I'm going to check out this perfume called Dior Oud Ispahan. I've fallen in love with this recently after being introduced by a friend, and I am looking to buy this in an airport duty-free shop. A small bottle is about $220 in the US, and you can save up to, I believe, $100 if you buy it in a duty-free shop. The only place where I found this was in London, but I totally missed it, and every other place says it's a private collection and they don't carry it in the airport. Mallorca, well, I'm not having my hopes up, but let's still see if it's available. Buying this cute scooter as a souvenir to take back home with me. I am on my way to my gate. So I stood in the line at 12:31 and now it's 1:06. In fact, I stopped at the duty-free shop for 10 minutes to check stuff and bought this thing. And I still got here at 1:06. I don't know if Mallorca is a small airport, so I was able to, get the best Ryanair experience. I wonder how this will be in bigger airports. If you have any feedback or comments, feel free to post it. My gate C72. I don't see anybody here, but looks like we are about to board in 5 minutes. This is the line, and I have priority boarding. I think I'm standing on the priority line, which is 4 times longer than the non-priority line. I should have got onto the line earlier, but I didn't. My bad. It's quite interesting because they're letting both priority and non-priority go at the same time. Maybe there's 2 entrances. I'm not sure. But I'm actually quite surprised because I've always been told Ryanair flights depart from bus gates. But, you know, we have a jet bridge.
Las bolsas de duty free debajo del asiento enfrente vuestro. Gracias.
The flight attendants ask you to put the backpacks, the small backpacks, under the seat in front of you. But obviously, because I was sitting on row 1, I didn't have the option, and I was able to put mine up in the overhead cabin.
Hola, bienvenidos a bordo. Hola, ¿qué tal?
Row 1 is probably the best seat with all the extra leg room, but it definitely feels like you're sitting inside a tube. The flight attendants were very efficient in getting everyone settled. They kept moving through the cabin, rearranging bags in the overhead bins, taking out backpacks and making more space. We ended up pushing back right on time.
And hold your device securely or place it in a pocket.
Service began shortly after takeoff, and I decided to buy a cup of coffee. It cost €375, and honestly, I think most of that went into designing this fancy lid. The coffee itself was pretty tasteless, but at least it wasn't burnt. I drank every last drop, mostly because I didn't want to waste $3.75. Here's a sneak peek of the bathroom. We then started our descent into Madrid.
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Station Boston, as we now descend into Madrid, please sit to your seat with just the basically fastened to table stored and with down with the...
Is the stroller going to be here or at baggage?